Well, hi there folks, welcome back to some Marvel Heroes, and as you can see, we've got X-23 here, and she's level 59, almost to level 60. I don't normally start right in the middle of missions and stuff, but we were having so much fun and getting so much experience points. They got some super buffs going on right now. I'm not even sure exactly what's going on, but the XP is just coming in like crazy, and so we're going to be up to level 60 here. Before you know it here, we just had some events going on here. We're in the new Industrial Patrol Zone, and you can see we're going to be up to level 60 before I can even show you our powers or anything. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that, folks. I promise you. We're just trying to keep going here. You can see we got some
I'm bored again.
Our little mission tracker here. We got to defeat some elites, defeat some enemies, and destroy some hidden aim vehicles there. So our basic attack is basically this lethal claws. Does some really good damage, and notice we're using this one because it gives us bonus damage. Of course, after we use our movement powers, which if you've watched any of my Marvel Hero videos, you know that I'm all about using movement powers to dive around, get in between, get from one place to the next really quickly. It's all really good. And so being very mobile on the battlefield, I think, is obviously a good thing. And so we're doing that, and as we're doing that, we're getting bonuses for our powers and stuff, so that's even doubly good. What are we after? We're after the spider clone. Okay, so that's our basic attack, is just a stab. Then we have, of course, our graceful maneuver here. It kind of leaps us from one spot to the next. The good thing about our basic attack is it refills our wrath like nobody's business. And there we go, folks. Level 60, just like that. So you can see we are just cruising right through this, cruising right along. We just got this hero. We just spent a whole bunch of Eternity Splitters on her. I think actually only 200. So she was only a 200 Eternity Splitter because I'm not sure why, actually, to tell you the truth, why she was only 200. So most of the others are. Oh, look at this! Nice find over there. All kinds of goodies. So I've actually been going through and just the whole level 58, 59, and just been going crazy. And you can see, haven't even really looked at all of our items that we've been picking up along the way. We've actually got a couple. We got a unique that I haven't even looked at. Look at that. It's a 327. That's pretty nice. Anyways, let's look at the rest of our power. So we have this Rip to Shreds, which is this 5 really quick stabs. It has a 3-second cooldown, but you know, that's pretty quickly in this game, 3 seconds. But you see, mostly we use this Crimson Sweep, which is just huge for us because it actually attacks everybody around us. And you know, if you're going to be in a location with more than one enemy, that's just the power I think at least we focused in on, because it does some really good damage, and it gets everybody around. Everybody around us takes damage, and as much damage as she's doing. You can see I can pretty much spam this for about 6 or 8 of them in a row, and our health only goes down, or not our health, I'm sorry, our wrath only goes down to about half, which is huge. You can see we have 703 wrath total, which is probably about second or third total highest of all the heroes that we've played so far. So she's, oh, there must be a wall there. It's hard to see. I wish they would do something to show you there's a wall there, but obviously you have to see through the wall to see what's behind it, but they could put some kind of aura around there or something to let you know that there's. We'll use our little stabber. There you go. See, we can pretty much take out. Oh, there's a great one for our circle power there. We can take out a whole bunch of nice elites there. You can see we're about a fourth of the way already to the next level. So we got all of our level. Oh, we got all of our characters up to level 60. We got the new X-23 obviously up to level 60, and we picked her up because all the rest of our heroes were level 60. And so we're trying to get all the heroes up to level 60. We won't get our roster of superheroes at this point. You can see we got all of them except for Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Magneto, Rogue, and of course Luke Cage, which we talked about a couple episodes ago about how they've changed it and now you can play all the basic characters up to level 10. So he shows up here, and even though I don't currently own him, because I can play him up to level 10, because he's considered a basic character. This is good. So he's still on the list. We could play him up to level 10, which would only take us probably about 10 minutes to play, but let's rescue the civilian number 57. So yeah, you can see all the rest of our heroes here are obviously up to level 50, or I'm sorry, up to level 60. We've done it. You can look back at all the videos on my game channel, and even way back when, we didn't even have half of these heroes. So we got all of them except for Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Magneto, and Rogue, and of course, like I mentioned, Luke Cage. So there's 5 that we need to get. Unfortunately for us, problem is we only have 449 Eternity Splitters. If we go to our Eternity Splitter vendor, which we will head towards right now. Oh, there's our reward chest. That's what I was waiting on. Okay. Alright, well, we're not going to have time to really worry about that because we want to show you guys some more about X23, but we do have to kind of worry about what we're going to be doing for as far as heroes here. If we look at our Adam Warlock, which is our Eternity Splitter vendor, problem is all the heroes that we need are going to be too high, except for oops, no. Grab him, I don't want him. Except for Magneto, who's 400. He's one of the new heroes besides X23, which was just released last weekend, and it's now Thursday, so I'm not sure they're going to have the new hero, which I'm very excited to hear about. Venom. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Venom is coming to be a playable character here. I think that will be the next release, so quite excited about that. Anyways, Luke Cage costs 400, Magneto costs 400, we have 449, so we could afford these guys, either one of those. The other ones are Rogue, which costs 600, Deadpool, which costs 600, and who was the other one in our roster here that we don't own? Oh, Doctor Strange costs 600, so he costs 600. Deadpool costs 600, Rogue costs 600, Magneto costs 400, and Luke Cage costs 400. So I talked about we could buy the advanced pack, which I don't think they actually have in the store here. But oh, there you see the new hero available is X23. Just picked her up and just completed her up to level 60. Let's see if they say anything here about Star-Lord Marvel now in the new costume. Excellent. Clea new team up. Alright. All kinds of great things coming on. What's this amazing Spider-Man outfit? Is that, yep, new costume. Okay. Anyways, you can buy, if we look at the bundles, I'm not sure they'll have the actual bundle here, but they have the bundle for the next 12 heroes coming out in pack 2 this year. Magneto is part of that pack, and so I'm thinking about maybe just picking up that pack, and so we probably won't be getting Magneto. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about X23, or well, I should stay a little more focused and talk about X23. So let's look at our items. You can see I actually had things separated here for us. We have a few of these Mark of the Unipower weapons. We have a couple of the masks, we have a couple of the boots, and we have a few of the armor, and we just at level 58 finally picked up the belt slot item. So that's the only one we found for that slot. Let's take a look at this here. Alright, let's go ahead and replace that one there. So we got quite a few little items there for her. Lots of different things. We also picked up this, which is for any hero. We'll have to put that aside as well. Okay, so Insignia of the Beast. I went with that one just because it gives us when we dodge, we have a 10% chance to gain some 410 melee damage and some critical damage rating and some damage rating with melee powers. So pretty good since she is all basic melee, 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 signature melee, melee, and a buff, basically. So you can see she's pretty much all melee. So we're kind of concentrate on all of our melee. As far as our costume is, we've got obviously all the grades plus the core. The best core we actually found was special item find, 25%, plus 1 speed and some extra wrath. The wrath is what she uses instead of spirit. So you have powers that spend wrath, and then you have powers that get wrath back. So you don't actually, unlike spirit, you don't just accumulate it over time. And so let's see, we got a nice ring here for cosmic ring. Gives us a dodge, that's the word I'm looking for, dodge rating, and some damage rating with some melee powers. We haven't upgraded her U-Forged yet, and I will show you why. Actually, we don't have a battle axe of level 50 yet, which of course is going to give us the 200 damage rating with melee power. So we're actually looking for that item. Eventually, hopefully we'll find a battle axe and we'll upgrade her. Now, as far as artifact goes, I decided, if you watched a couple episodes, we got a very special artifact, the Lizard Formula. So we decided to go ahead and give this to her because, of course, when we critical hit, it regenerates some health and recovers some wrath, and when defeated, we revive at full health and wrath, and it gives us 492 damage rating. She really kind of needed the buff for that, and between that, she does pretty good after we gave her that item, actually. We're using the Taskmaster Medallion, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and see if there's anything else that we've got here in our inventory that might even be better. Let's see here. Dr. Doom might be pretty good for her. Let's see if we have anything that gives us you know what? I did actually like, she had a green goblin medallion for a long time, and I actually liked that because that little poisonous cloud seemed like it was doing some pretty good damage when I had that. Plus it gives her some movement speed, bullseye medallion, critical damage rating, and some critical hit rating. That's not bad. And Magneto, lose 1% of your current health when you hit. The wrath cost is down by 18%. Gives us 187 on physical and 285 in mental. Probably not the best power for her. So probably power duration. She doesn't have that many power duration spells. The only one I can think of is trying to see if it would even now. Probably not for her. Power duration just doesn't work. So we're either going to go with Bullseye or the Green Goblin, because at 454 damage rating for physical attacks, if you notice obviously all of her melee are physical attacks, at 454 would be pretty good, but this Green Goblin could also be really good for somebody that does energy attacks as well. But I like the movement speed bonus for her. She's got quite a few bonuses, I believe, that are for... Let's see what we got here. We got some items. Got some good items, actually, I think, for her. So yeah, there's a bonus to movement speed there as well. There's a movement speed bonus. There's an attack speed bonus. I was thinking even about, we have not even spent any of our Omega system. We have now 1,083 Omega points. And I was thinking about spending them on the attack speed, movement speed thing again. Kind of going up this chain like we've done with some of the other heroes recently, to get that bonus. Let's see how much of a bonus we can actually get. So we get her up to 9 movement speed and 9 attack speed bonus. We could also cancel that. Let's try if we do a couple in this and a couple in this. So we get her up to 5% extra there and 5% reduction in for melee powers, which obviously are going to be just about all of her powers. Not all of them, but just about all of them. And it gives us 61 left to spend, which we're actually going to do that. And the last little bit we're going to spend on is obviously our spirit here. Try and give her a little bit extra bonus there. And we got 17 extra, so that's pretty good. That's not bad. Alright, powers. Let's look at her power. So, as mentioned, Lethal Claws, Graceful Maneuver, Rip to Shreds, Crimson Sweep. Dancing Blades, her signature power, can be activated up to 6 times within 15 seconds. And then, of course, we have the Seeing Red power, which will reduce the cooldown for our signature power by 5 seconds whenever we use Rip to Shreds and Crimson Sweep. So, obviously, we activate this. We then activate our Rip to Shreds and our Crimson Sweep, try to get our Dancing Blade to... you can see it only has a 25-second cooldown. We can, lower that by 10 seconds and get our Dancing Blade signature back in about 15 seconds. And then, of course, we have the Disembowel movement. I'm sorry, it's Disembowel and Rip to Shreds, not Crimson Sweep. Sorry. So it's Rip to Shreds and Disembowel, the two powers that reduce the cooldown of our signature power. So we'll activate these two, and then of course we'll use our Crimson Sweep whenever anybody comes around, because when there's a group of them, this is the best power she has for multiple enemies in an area, I think. I haven't tried every single one of her powers. As you can see, there's quite a few I didn't actually put any points into, but she's got a few powers that we need to actually activate, which we didn't do. This power here, the Ferocious Stance, and she's got another stance here called the Fluid Stance, so you can choose one of these two. You only have one of them toggled on, so I chose to go with the Ferocious Stance. And she's also got this Whirling Dervish power that uses a couple powers, and then she's got this Seeing Red power, which uses a couple powers. So I decided to focus in on the Seeing Red and the powers that go with this one, as opposed to the Whirling Derby, which uses the Cyclone Kick and the Open the Juggler. So obviously, if you wanted to do the Whirling Dervish, you would use the Cyclone Kick and Open the Juggler to get the bonuses for this power. So didn't really need this one, because this one obviously isn't giving me the bonuses that I need with the powers. I could put points into this though, because you see one of the things it does is restores our maximum wrath up to 100%. So what I could do is spam a bunch of this Crimson Sweep, activate our Seeing Red, which would restore our maximum wrath back up to 100%. Spam a whole bunch more of these Crimson Sweeps until we don't have any wrath again, and then I can activate the Whirling Dervish. So lots of different ways you can try to build your character and use the different powers. We're going to put a point in that, point into our basic power, point into this. What else do we got? We got this one, and that looks like all of our points. So, all in all, our ultimate power is this Triggered Scent. Pretty good. I was thinking it was going to be slightly better. People, I think, are really liking this power. I'm not as high on it as some of the other people, I think. But I guess that just depends on your beliefs here. It doubles your attack speed, which is kind of important. That's why we put a lot of points into getting these bonuses to our attack speed, because it doubles it. So we can literally hit their Crimson Sweep, which you can see does pretty good damage to everybody around us, as quickly as we can hit it. And you can see it regenerates our health instantaneously. It regenerates 700 health per second, and it gives us 50% move speed, and all critical hits become brutal strikes. So lots of cool things going on. Now, with that said, since all critical hits become brutal strikes, I'm wondering if we should give her the Bullseye Medallion, because all of our critical hits have become I think that makes sense. Don't you think, folks? We're going to do it. Yes, we are going to do it. So we're going to do it. We probably need to update our ring as well here. If we got any like level, there's 174. Let's see, we got a level 54. This will give us a little bit of wrath and 174. So that's hardly any more than what we currently have. Let's see here. This might be pretty good for her because it gives us movement speed, some health. Regenerate some health when pick up items or credits, and give us some critical hit rating. I'm really looking for that critical hit rating now that I know her power, her ultimate power uses that. The thing with X-23 is, you know, she's kind of a clone of Wolverine, and so she's got some of the powers that do different things, kind of similar-ish to Wolverine, although she plays differently. You notice that we did get rid of the Excalibur legendary item, which we've already unlocked to rank 3 already. So we just picked this up at like level 45. So in the last 15 levels, you can see that's where you're going to generate most of your XP for it. First 40 levels, obviously not as much. The thing I was talking about, though, I always get distracted here, is the thing with X-23 is, since she's kind of a Wolverine clone, I believe, and I didn't even focus in on this, but if we look at her stats, notice her health regen, 35,000 per minute. That's basically 3.5 times her total health. 1428. I'm sorry, 2.5 times her total health. So 35,000 health regen. I think the last year we did had like 4,000 or something in health regen. It was just, I didn't even try to like min-max this so that she has lots of health regen or anything. You know, there's a couple. This item obviously gives us some health regen, but you know, nothing in our U-Forge gives us health regen. Our Cosmic Ring doesn't really give us health regen. You know, it gives us some regenerate health when we pick up an item or credits, but nothing specifically on health regen. Yeah, that didn't do that much either. So there's a really nice health regen on this item, 5,672. I believe that was the highest one we had, because I think it's, yeah, pretty much because it's the highest level one. We haven't updated any of these items yet. Which is kind of cool because we've been able to save up our money. We put a, you know, level 30, we replaced it with a level 40 item, and then replaced the level 40s with the level 50s. You can see we're at 56, 52, 58, 58, and 56. And I did not spend any money to upgrade these, so you can see most of these items we picked up as we were in the level 50 areas. We are using the Relic of the Asgard. Relic of Asgard, yes. It's only giving us 4 health, but it's giving us 26 damage rating. We only have 4 of them. It was kind of just the best one, even though there was only 4 of them. We haven't really picked up many along the way, obviously, as you can tell. But she's been just a lot of fun to play. A lot of good battles we've had with her. And even recorded a couple extra episodes of her activities as we've been going along. So I'm just going to sell off a bunch of this stuff and see if there's any better cores that we've come across here. Oh, there's some health regen and some damage rating with melee powers. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see here. More credits, strength. No, not really interested in that one. We definitely want to keep this. Whoa, hello, come over here. Thank you. You notice we have, yep, let's see if, oh, people are exploding all around us here. We got all kinds of medallions we can get rid of here. Let's just get rid of some of these extra items. Gorgon Metal, Mr. Hyde, Batroc, all these guys we just fought a little bit ago. I was keeping a couple of these level 60 ones, but in this last line here, if you've watched some of my videos, but you notice yesterday when we logged in, we got 5 special rare runes, which happen to be this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And so they filled up all the slots, so I had to get rid of all the extra ones. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just keep the core we got. It does give us 1 speed, which gives us, you know, a few things there. And some extra wrath. 81 wrath is always good for us. Always good. Good. The only thing I said, as far as items go, I think, you know, we found at least 1 of each. Obviously, we found 4 of that, 4 of that, 4 of that, and 3 of this. And we only ever found 1 of these belt slot items, but it looks pretty good. I'd like to have the ranks to all powers a little bit higher. I'd like to see like a 5 or 6 in there, but obviously, you know, you can't wish for everything. And 5 ranks of lethal claws, 4 ranks of cleaving claws, 4 ranks of hack and slash. And I have to just figure out how many of these we're actually using. But since this is the only one we found, we're obviously going to use that. Yeah, so not too bad. I think now that she's unlocked the 3rd rank, we're getting an extra 500 damage with her melee powers. She is going to be pretty gosh darn tough, I think. Let's see if we can just, you can just see if we can just take these guys out pretty easily. I mean, these are just minions, obviously, but oh, now watch with this one here. This one always gives us 25% attack and move speed. Now you can, let's wait till we get a group of enemies. See how fast we can just, I mean, just literally, as fast as I can hit the button, it's just attacks. And the thing is, of course, you know, I can always hit my Sing Red to just boop, maximize it back up. And of course, I can maximize or get her wrath back up just by using our basic attack as well, which is always cool. So I just use a couple basic attacks, and then I can spam out this. Ooh, wow, we're gonna get a lot of XP from these guys. I thought so. Alright. Wow, we just ripping these guys to shreds. That's pretty good. I'd like to see that. Oh, there's Mr. Hyde. Yeah, how long do you think he's going to last? Probably not too. Oh my gosh, we just got defeated, but we got that item that's letting us automatically get back, which is a nice thing to have, obviously. Oh, you died before I got a chance to kill him. So, let's see. We got a guy right around the corner. Let's go after him, I guess. See. Who is it? Where is he? Oh, it's the flying creatures, whatever these guys are called. Yep, lovely dive. Alright, excellent. Well, I'd like to show you guys a little bit more action. She gets around the battlefield pretty good because of the... Oh, good, it's down on our end. That's good. Because we don't have to spend any wrath to... is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. We found it. We're after Loki here. Obviously, Loki has got a bunch of... Oh, yeah. This is what I want to see. I want to see you. And then we're going to activate our ultimate power. Here we are. Double attack, double everything. I'm just going to try to just kill everybody. Not only that, but we got the double speed because of our little thing above our head. So our speed is like insane. If I could find anybody to target, that would be great. Come on. Oh yeah, look at that. That was pretty good. Not too shabby anyways. Where are you? Okay, Loki. I died. Or, I mean, you died. Excellent. That was our ultimate power, plus our little bonus over our head. It was just insanely fast. That was crazy good. Crazy good, folks. Well, hopefully you enjoyed watching some X-23. She's been a lot of fun to play. I would say, probably I would rate her about an 8.5. 8, I'm going to give her an 8.8 actually. She's, you know what, the only reason she doesn't get anything higher is, watch, a few things that bother me. Watch the graphics when I use my lunge forward or great full maneuver. there'll be times where she just does that, where she just like rolls, which is fine. I like the roll, but there's other times that she just like walks forward really fast. And she stands upright still, and it just looks really weird because nobody runs like that. Nobody runs forward standing straight up and down. Watch. That roll's fine. The roll's fine. Let's see if she'll do it again. Right there. See that? And then she did it again. And nobody runs like that. And that kind of just bothers me that they didn't spend time to put some graphics in for, you know, if she's running forward, change her posture. I mean, you know, we're nitpicking, but that's what we do on my game channel here. You know, it doesn't look natural. It just looks like, you know, it just doesn't look fluid. It doesn't look natural. It just looks fake. It looks like, okay, I'm not really running forward. I'm just doing something crazy. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. So, I mean, there's that. Her other power here, which is one of her big boy powers, I'll show you that here in just a second, which is the disembowel. This is it. You can't really tell that, and you know the thing with the disembowel is it's like your, you know, almost highest tier power. It's not quite the highest, but it's pretty high. Like for example, the Crimson Sweep, which is, you know, one of her basic powers in the beginning. It's not a basic power, but it's one of her original powers that she can use. You know, oops, it has, you have to get your fingers on the right key. It's got this nice little red lines that spin around. You can see she kind of twirls and everything. You know, when she does her signature power, there's all, you know, different little textures and different graphic effects. I like all of that. I just don't like when she runs forward, standing straight up like that. It just looks like she's just out of whack. Like, you know, like she's not really running. It's just like, I don't know, it looks weird. You know, and like I said, some of her other powers, the disembowel is just, you know, it just puts her hands out in front of her. It doesn't really, you know, I just don't think they spent a lot of time, obviously, putting effort into making all of her powers look really especially cool. So, you know, that's why I think I'm just going to give her 8.8. I was actually going to give her a higher score than that, but just because of these issues with the graphics, and again, a couple of her powers are just, you know, rehashes of the same power over and over again. Some of them are, not all of them, obviously. Like, you know, she's a melee character, obviously, so, I mean, most of her powers are melee. So you have, like, 20 powers that are just different kinds of melees attack. Melee area, melee, melee, melee area, melee. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 melees out of 7 powers are just, you know, melee powers. I mean, how many different ones do you need? Now you need a couple different ones for this power, you need a couple different ones for this power, but you certainly don't need like 20 different melee powers. You know, give her more, I mean, you know, because some of her items and such, some of her powers, you know, this one here turns her invisible. Yeah, that's good, good, good. Give her something else that she can do. You know, she does have a leap power here, so she's got a few, you know, 2 movement powers. So maybe, you know, give her a couple extra movement powers. I don't know. Here's a kick. It's, you know, it's just a variation on the melee power again. There's a melee, there's a melee, there's a melee, there's a melee. Obviously she's melee focused. I understand that. That's not the issue. It's just, if you're going to have a melee character, give them something other than, okay, here's a twirling lunge and this is a twirling kick. I mean, you're twirling lunging and you're twirling kicking, it's pretty much the same thing. You don't need 2 different powers for it. Come up with something creative for, you know, the twirling lunge. Maybe you turn invisible when you twirling lunge, or after you twirling lunge, maybe, you know, your next power doesn't cost any wrath, or, you know, something other than just, okay, it does 5 to 8,000. This one does 8 to 13,000. So, I mean, you know, how many different twirling, spinning, kicking lunges do you really need? You don't need 20 of them, I know that. Let's go get Venom. And as I mentioned, spoiler alert for all you folks out there, Venom is going to be the new character that you can play in Marvel Heroes. Yes, they're releasing him. I don't think it's going to be this week. Probably in the next week or so, they're going to be releasing Venom as a playable hero. For all you Venom fans out there, you know we're going to be getting him, and we're going to be trying him out, and we're going to be playing him. So that's all good stuff. As far as what we're going to be doing from now on, with our lack of Eternity Splitters, so we've got enough to get Luke Cage, and we've got enough to get Magneto, but I really would like to, oh, look at this find, that was awesome. Not spend my last Eternity Splitters. I'd like to have some in the bank in case I ever need them for whatever, but if I spend my 400 that I have, I would only have 50, and then I would never be able to afford anything for a long time. So I always like to have an extra set ready to go in case I get a hero and I go, oh, I have to have this hero right away. Well, if I spend all my Eternity Splitters, I would not be able to do that unless I, flat out purchased it. So, obviously that is an option. But if I'm going to purchase one, I would rather purchase one before spending all the last of my Eternity Splitters. I don't want to spend the very last of them and then have to buy another hero. So, yeah, I know. I'm kind of crazy that way, but that's just the way it is, folks. Well, thanks a lot for watching our video on X-23. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching all the action, get to understand how she plays, see all of her powers, get to check out some of the things she can do. She's pretty quick. She gets out of the, gets around the map pretty good because she doesn't spend any of her wrath to get around, which is very nice, obviously. So yeah, she's a lot of fun to play. She would have a higher score than 8-8 if they would spend a little bit of time creating some new and unique, interesting powers for her. It's just she kind of feels just, it's like just doesn't have quite the finish of some of the other newer heroes out there. I think she's more of a. I know that if you pre-ordered Pack 2, which is all the new heroes coming out in 2015, starting with Magneto, they were giving you X-23 as free, and everybody kind of complained because she was a basic character that they were giving away. And last year they gave away, I believe it was Ghost Rider if you ordered Pack 1, and Ghost Rider is one of the higher tier heroes. So they're like, well, why are they giving us just a basic hero this year when last year they gave us, kind of a more advanced hero as a reward for pre-ordering? So I think she's just going to be a basic tier hero after all is said and done. And but it's fine with me. I don't care what tier they are. If I enjoy playing them, I don't care what tier they are. I just wish they would spend a little bit more time on the lower tier heroes. And if you watch some of my other videos, we talked about why. If people are going to be joining the game and trying it out, you should have all your basic tier heroes be your best, because they're going to want to either stay and play based on the hero they try out. If they try out a hero and they go, oh, this is just okay, she's got 20 powers of melee, why can't I do anything else? This is kind of, why doesn't she have any other powers? They're going to see all these other heroes doing all these fancy powers. They're going to say, well, why can't I do anything? And they might go, oh, I'm not playing this game, and quit. So you don't want that. So spend some time making these characters, finishing them out, and that'll be good. So that's tier 60 X-23. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you guys next time here in Marvel Heroes. Thanks for watching, and of course, like this video, subscribe, and do all the fun, fancy, dancy things. So leave your comments and suggestions below, and we'll see you guys next time here. Thanks for watching.